All right, good morning, trade pros. Welcome to the morning market update for Monday, February the 25th of 2019. This is George Papsov, Trade Pro Academy. Got to sort of slide into place. There's a little red dot on the floor that I got to stand at. No, there isn't. But welcome. We have a great morning market update for you playing today. Hopefully you had a great weekend, some relaxing time with your family and loved ones. We start another week full of work today and a lot of opportunity, a lot of exciting moves so far in the morning session alone. So this promises to be a pretty good week. And I believe we're going to get some good volatility coming in. All right, morning market fun fact. Let's start there today. On this day in 1862, Abraham Lincoln signed the deal called the Legal Tender Act, the LTA for short, putting the U.S. government in the business officially of printing money. Previously, private banks had to print their own money and circulate it. Now it was done on a treasury, on a grander scheme level for the whole country. All right, the act also authorizes the sale of treasuries that are 6% yield, callable in 5 years, maturing in 20, which were called the 520s very quickly. And from there was the start of the treasury market also, an introduction to the treasury market. So interesting stuff going on. That's a nice little morning market fun fact. Also, just a key reminder here that every day at noon, we actually go on and do a Facebook midday update. Mark hosts it, and we love having him do those videos because he's great. Nice little recap of the morning and what to watch for in the afternoon, and our best trade of the morning as well. So that's at noon today in their Facebook group. Type in Home of the Trade Pros or click the link in the description below. The Shanghai Composite Index overnight surged 6.5% in one day. That's spectacular gains, huge rally. All right, taking the index back into bull market territory. We know that Asian indices were the ones that were the most hurt or the heaviest hit on this China-U.S. trade talk because they're the ones who were sanctioned and put tariffs on. All right, this comes after Donald Trump tweeted last night that he's delaying the decision to increase tariffs from 10 to 25% on the March 1st deadline. So that was to occur Saturday at midnight. That's no longer the case. He said the following: the U.S. has made substantial progress in our trade talks with China. This was obviously announced in his favorite policy tool, Twitter. And then he said, assuming both sides make additional progress, we'll be planning a summit for President Xi and myself at Mar-a-Lago, his golf course, to conclude an agreement. All right. So he's basically saying, assuming we continue forward and progress being made, there will be a deal reached. I'm suspending temporarily the tariffs that were supposed to come in on March 1st. Obviously, the market took that as a very optimistic sign. We've almost priced in the fact that there's a deal being done. I think by the time Donald Trump says, hey, guys, guess what? We have a China trade deal, there isn't going to be that much more upside left because it's all being squeezed out at the very moment. All right. Optimism in the market's taken equities up 6.5% in Asia. That's a strong rally out of the gate. And we have a risk-on narrative where everybody's jumping into risky assets, ditching the more safe haven plays of the U.S. dollar, the yen, and gold. All right, and just taking that cash and pouring it back into equities so they don't miss out on the rally. So we're getting a little bit of FOMO here, chasing the top end of this rally happening, but a little bit more upside. So today you got to stay positive and you got to stay on the bullish trend. You got to trade with it until you have such a time as you see material suggesting a reversal. And we're going to do that in the room. We're going to qualify trades live together as a group. So there you go. You have huge gains in Asia and big gains across markets overall. Let's take a trip. In other Asian markets, Japan's up 0.5% overnight. Hong Kong's up 0.5%. Shanghai up 5.6%. India's up 1%. Strong gains in Asia. In Europe at midday, London's flat. Paris is up 0.3%, and so is Frankfurt. So European equities not feeling the love as much as U.S. equities. We had a huge windstorm here. I don't know if this window is going to stay in place. Anywho, you just got distracted by the noise in the background. So European equities for the most part are flat, not as many gains as Asian markets. In the U.S., futures in the Dow are up 0.6%, S&P's up 0.5%, Nasdaq's up 0.6 as well. So U.S. equities are rallying also from this trade optimism and the suspension of this March 1st tariff increase. Crude oil is the big loser this morning. Actually, there's a bigger loser than crude oil. But first, crude oil down 3.1% to 55.70 overnight lows and holding that level at the moment. We're bidding a little bit into pre-market, but it happened on one single tweet from none other than Donald Trump. He said the following at 6:59 a.m. He tweeted, "Oil prices are getting too high. OPEC, please relax." and take it easy. World cannot take a price hike dash fragile exclamation point. So Donald Trump's saying they're the number one producer now, the United States, of oil. So as the number one producer of oil making that statement, it's very reflective. I mean, it's no secret Donald Trump wants cheaper oil. Obviously, it's lower input cost. Higher oil prices don't help the economy one bit, but neither do super low prices. Because if prices drop a lot, yes, you're going to have cheaper gas to drive to work, but you may not have a work to drive to. All right, that's sort of um, the conundrum there. All right, so Donald Trump tweets that oil drops literally 3.1% in the span of 15, 20 minutes. I didn't get a chance to catch any piece of that because I came in the office a little bit later today. All right, gold's flat at 1333.20. Bitcoin is the biggest loser of the day, down 8.3% to $3,776 per coin. 10-year treasury yield is raising a little bit, 2 basis points at 2.68, but way below its 3.14 high earlier this year as the market sold off. This morning in news, 8:30, we have the Chicago Fed National Activity Index, or we had it already. 10 a.m., we have wholesale trade. 10:30, Dallas Fed Manufacturing Survey. So nothing really key so far. It's going to be a quieter economic day today, but this week's going to be super busy. Tomorrow, Jerome Powell's testifying. Wednesday, he's testifying in front of Congress. All right. We have some other data too at the end of the week. Ton of data coming up from an economic standpoint, but today is kind of the slow day of the week. Hey, Marky. Morning, bud. 11 a.m. we have Fed Vice Chairman Clarita. She'll be speaking in on a conference called Fed Listens, a conversation with community leaders in Southern Dallas. She'll be speaking there at 11 a.m., so expect to hear some remarks out of her. 11:30, results of a $40 billion two-year note auction. 1 p.m., result of a $41 billion five-year note auction. 6 p.m., Clarita and Kaplan participate in a moderated discussion also in Southern Dallas. So a lot of Fed speaking today, some auctions for the bond markets, and most importantly, we don't really have as much news in today's session, but it's going to pick up tomorrow and through the rest of the week. So make sure you come out tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. We'll keep you posted. Today at 12 p.m. Eastern, Mark's doing our midday update. Check it out. Hit the link in the description below. What else do we got? That's all I got. You guys have a fantastic day. Stay on the long side on equities and look for dip buying opportunities until such a time as you see buying being absorbed and a transition moment to the downside. How do you know when that moment's happening? Join our live trading room. We do this daily, and it comes with a 14-day money-back guarantee. So your curiosity comes risk-free in today's opportunity. You guys have a great day. See you tomorrow. All the best, and enjoy your Mondays. Take care and goodbye. All right, trade pros in the room. Let's open it up, do some analysis on some key levels, and let's have a look at S&P. I'll start out with S&P. Then we'll get Victoria do NASDAQ. Then Marky will do the Dow. And we'll hand it over to our oil desk resident expert, Mr. Box, who's back today. Super exciting stuff. Let me kick it off with the S&P 500. Let me just pull up the pen tool. I'm going to show you a key level that I'm eyeing for a long opportunity for the rest of the day. And I'll hand it over to the gentleman and do the same.